Archd.
Latest music.
All the news worth knowing in the Archdiocese of Adelaide. Here we go.
Are you ready?
Let's get into it.
Gentlemen, 3, 2, 1.
Good evening, Archd.
Good evening.
107.9 Life FM. It's good to be
Life
back.
FM.
We're back. Sarah's back. You're back
We're
at school,
back
dude.
in blue.
back in uniform. What's it like? What's it like being back in school?
I feel pretty sophisticated.
Really?
Yes.
Yes. You rule the school.
Rule it. Year 12.
How is it? It's been alright.
It's been good. I
Bit of
can
a-
see the work that I have to do.
We have an amazing show lined up. We have got some wonderful interviews. We had a chance to chat with Merida and Elise from the YCS earlier this week, as well as Tash Farrier and Courtney Tremblay of the Adelaide Adrenaline about the upcoming finals
sounds
weekend.
awesome.
Yes, it was a wonderful interview. I'll get to hang out with the cool kids for a while.
Cool kids.
Yeah, that's
You
cool.
nerd.
I had a chance to chat to the two wonderful youth workers from the YCS. They were down in Adelaide because they had their big annual convention, actually up
Cool,
in
cool.
Melrose.
Nice.
Melrose. You know Melrose is right at the foot of Mount Remarkable, I believe.
Mount Remarkable.
Yeah.
What a place.
It is. It's
Sounds
it's an amazing place.
Sounds pretty remarkable.
Yeah, it is. Anyway, they were down in Adelaide and we had a chat about what's coming up for them this year. So here we go. Here's what happened. Now I'm here with Merida Cook and Elise Scanley, the two most incredible YCS people you'll ever meet in your life. How you going, guys?
Yeah, we're good.
Now, this has been an incredibly busy time for you guys. You've had national executives, you've had national conferences all be going on, campaign launching. It's all mental. Elise, give us the lowdown. How was the national conference?
The national conference was in Melrose in the first couple of weeks of January, and we had students from all across Australia come and be involved, and it was a really fantastic experience. Hannah Stavro from Farnborough in South Australia was the conference coordinator, and she did an amazing job getting it all together. So it was a really good good week. A lot of the students learnt a lot and launched our new campaign, which is exciting.
Merida, tell us about the campaign. It sounds incredible.
Okay, so our new campaign for the next 2 years is Youth, Refugees and Asylum Seekers. So we had a massive kind of review at the conference that came up with that campaign. It came from what all of our local students were looking at and talking about in their groups. And so we've just actually had our first action for the campaign on Australia Day on January 26th, and that was what we called the Bare Skin for Refugees and Asylum Seekers Facebook event, in which we invited people to write for those who come across the seas with boundless plans to share on their skin, and then take a photo with people, post it up on Facebook. And so we had about 1,000 people press attending, and then we had
1,000.
Yeah, so that was good. We only had it up on Facebook for about 5 days beforehand, so we roped in some people, and then we've had like a couple of hundred photos post so far, and there's still some coming up slowly. So it's been really exciting.
And what else is going to be happening for the rest of the year now, Elise?
So I've taken over Marida's position as national coordinator.
Are you aware of this, Merida?
Yes, I am.
Okay, good.
She let me know before the meeting.
Okay, good. So if it was going to be an uncomfortable moment, I'd just step out of the room, but that's good. So anyway, you were saying, Elise, you've taken over?
Yeah, so I'll be travelling throughout the year, visiting all the different groups across Australia. So we have groups all across each of the states who will start up again during the school weeks and start reviewing and taking action to change their local communities. And we'll be having a lot more stuff happening in Port Pirie and Adelaide as well, so we'll have to keep everyone posted with that.
Yes, indeed. So we do have that Bare Skin for Refugees campaign up on our Facebook page at archdradio.com. And Elise, you're always awesome at posting stuff up on our page. So I know that as they happen, they'll be there. So
And everyone feel free to like us, Australian YCS on Facebook. We've just launched that a couple of weeks ago, so get on board.
fantastic. Thanks, guys. Have a great day. See you later.
See ya.
Hey, Sarah.
Yes,
Guess
James.
what is happening on Friday the 17th to Saturday the 18th of February 2012?
I think it is a taste of Margis.
And you would be absolutely right.
Excellent.
Introduction to Margis. It's a great way to find out more about the Margis Group without making a huge commitment of your time. The introductory event begins on the late afternoon of Friday the 17th of February. It's at the Loyola Spirituality Centre, and this is in Norwood.
Very nice,
concludes
very
in
nice.
the early afternoon of Saturday, the 18th of February. It'll attempt to give you a taste of the wealth of experiences Margis can offer, crammed into one weekend.
1 weekend.
1 weekend. So there'll be a chance to have a chat to people who've gone overseas with Margis, but most of all, this experience will be hands-on because that's what Margis is really all about. If you want to get more information, jump onto our Facebook page at archdradio.com. I had an awesome opportunity to hang out with Tash Farrier and Courtney Tremblay of the Adelaide
Did you
Adrenaline
really?
earlier in the week. Oh, it was very, very cool. Good fun, good fun. They are part of they're Australia's leading ice hockey team at the moment. And
Oh,
these
that is
guys,
awesome.
These guys, Tash, who's the captain, is always constantly going over to play in the World Championship. She plays on the Australian team.
Excellent,
And Courtney is
excellent.
actually an import because in Australian ice hockey, they're not limited to having to use players who are just local only. They can get
Yeah.
imports in who are playing from the off season from Canada and America and all the places
Oh,
where it's
heaps
like
good. That sounds
these
great.
guys are absolutely incredible, and they're leading up to finals weekend on the 25th and 26th, I believe, of February at the Ice Arena in Thebarton. But I had a chance to have a really good long chat to them. Did an interview in 2 parts. Air the first part right now, and we'll do the second part next week. Sounds like a plan.
Sounds like a plan.
Anyway, here we go. It's my absolute pleasure to be here with the Adelaide Adrenaline's star import, Courtney Tremblay, and the captain, Tash Farrier. Thank you very much for spending some time with me here today. Now, Courtney, I'm guessing from your accent, you're not from somewhere close to here, are you?
No, not at all.
No. So, whereabouts are you from?
I'm from Saskatchewan in Canada.
Whereabouts is Saskatchewan exactly?
Carrot River. It's a small town of like 800 people, all the way north.
Okay.
Very cold.
So, you get very cold, I was going to say. So, this is a long way from Adelaide. What brings you here?
I played college hockey last year, and in order to play hockey in Canada, you need to either be going to college or university for women. There's no good leagues without competing in a university league, and so I wanted to take a year off school and continue playing good hockey. In order to do that, I had to leave and go somewhere, and lucky Adelaide.
So over in Canada, hockey is not the same as it is in Australia. I mean, I had the wonderful pleasure of spending some time over in Canada a few years ago, and it's something else. It's like the local heroes restaurants that have all mainly a hockey theme. In fact, isn't like your top sort of takeaway donut and coffee place named after a hockey player?
Tim Hortons? Is
Yeah.
that? I just really like their coffee.
No, and the donuts were good too, absolutely. And the fact that they were open 24 hours was a real plus. That was very, very cool indeed. In terms of the style of playing of ice hockey, difference between here in Adelaide and in Australia and over in Canada, what do you notice are big key differences?
One of the main differences I notice is the competitiveness. In Canada, it's a lot more competitive. People live, breathe hockey. And so after a game, if you lose, it's like everyone's head's hanging and everyone's just depressed and mad at themselves, whereas here I find that you can come in a loss and everyone's just automatically looking forward to the next game and just wanting to play more.
Now, Tash, although you are Adelaide's own hockey star, born and bred, you're no stranger to Canada either, are you?
No, I'm not. I've been there on a couple of occasions. In 2006, I went over to Calgary to train at the Olympic Oval. So I trained there for 4 months prior to World Championships in 2007, which were held in Japan and England. Well, England, but we went to Japan prior. And then I've been a few times with the Australian team. We've gone to Canada prior to World Championships to play exhibition games, to kind of play teams that are on a higher level to bring our level up. In 2010, I went and played college hockey actually in the same league as what Courtney plays in. We played against each other.
But Courtney's not the only person that you've actually, like a fellow teammate that you've actually had to face off against overseas, because so many of you guys, you're so good, you just get out all over the world and compete on that level. Who else on the team have you actually played against?
Well, actually, it's my best friend, who in 2006, when we were younger, we went over and she ended up staying over there the whole time.
Okay.
So when I went back in 2010, she'd been there for 4 years, which is Riley Pageant. She actually moved back just before me, and yeah, so now she's playing for Adelaide Adrenaline, which is cool.
I've heard a story somewhere that in the league that you were in, you were completely undefeated and you were on a total winning streak until you actually came up against Riley's team. This caused a little bit of rivalry at the time. But you guys, have you worked through this? Have you gotten over it? Have you done a bit of team building, a few group hugs, that kind of thing?
I should have mentioned before, we used to be friends. Mount Royal had a really good season. We won every game and then went to the final playoff series and actually lost in 3 straight games against Riley's team. So they just seemed to peak at the right time.
And all the information about the ice hockey finals weekend at the Ice Arena in Thebarton on February 25th and 26th is available on our Facebook page at archdradio.com. Sarah, Youth Mental Health First Aid is back.
It's back.
It's back. It was a huge success last time. Heaps of people went, which is absolutely
That's what
fantastic.
we want to hear.
Absolutely.
That's
it's
what
brilliant.
we're here for.
This time round, it's going to be held over the 24th and 25th of March. It's actually going to be, I think last time it was down at St Michael's at Henley Beach. This
Yes.
time it's going to be at the Catholic Ed office in Thebarton. The cost is only $15 to cover the cost of catering. The course teaches adults how to assist adolescents who are developing a mental health problem or in a mental health crisis, and covers things like depression and anxiety, and then all the things that can progressively move on from that and really cause...
It's a very beneficial course.
Absolutely.
And we highly recommend it here at ArchD.
Definitely. No, a few people that who actually went and did the course this time, actually, I had a chance to have a chat to, and they just said it was absolutely amazing, and they picked up some skills that,
That's
even if they
awesome.
only use it once, they said, if they only use it once, then
Yeah, absolutely.
it's so worth the couple of days
No
spent.
knowledge is
$15.
wasted knowledge.
Absolutely. So if you want to find out more information, jump on the Facebook page, archdradio.com. Southern Cross February edition. Southern Cross February edition. The Southern Cross February edition is out now. All the latest news that matters to Adelaide youth. It's all there, either $2 at your local parish or online at the Southern Cross.
I like a little bit of variety of choice.
Absolutely. Choose your medium, choose your format, whatever
I
works
like it.
for you.
I like it a lot.
They've got some amazing stories. The iPad Padre is the headline, the inspiring work of Adelaide priest Mark Sexton. He's just returned from a 6-month stint as an army chaplain in Afghanistan. So
That
I'm
is
sure he's
some
got
good
some
stuff.
amazing experiences to talk about there. The Aquinas College resident Louise Thomas, who's 17, is one of 2 students at the University of Adelaide to receive the prestigious Vice Chancellor's Scholarship. So that's fantastic achievement. And
Yeah.
last year's class of Catholic College Year 12s returned amazing SACE results. Check out the scores.
That's awesome.
They're all there. thesouthernCross.org.au, or pick up the paper, $2 at your nearest parish. And that's all we've got time for.
You've got to be joking me.
We are done. Thank you very much for listening in. Everything
Thank
that
you,
we
thank you, thank
talked
you.
about tonight is at archdradio.com. Jump on, have a look. We will catch you next week.
You stay classy, San Diego.
Stay classy, Archdiocese of Adelaide. We will see you next week. See you later.